Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Etihad Academy Stadium in Manchester on a gorgeous sunny day in the northwest for the final day of the WSL season. And it's a slightly different entrance to the pitch here. Both teams forming a guard of honour for Everton's captain, Izzy Christiansen, because she has played her final game. Today is her final game. She's announced her retirement from professional football, and obviously a former Man City player as well. She's achieved lots at Man City playing for Everton, so both teams with a great gesture there, forming a guard of honour for Izzy Christiansen. 31 England caps, several WSL titles, as well with Manchester City, FA Cups, Champions League appearances, so a deserved guard of honour for Izzy Christiansen. And she'll have to put the emotion aside now, though, because this is a game that, whilst for Everton, doesn't really have any impact on their position. For Manchester City, they can still finish in a UEFA Women's Champions League place. It would take something of a miracle, though, because they need an 11-goal swing in goal difference. That means they would have to win, and Arsenal would have to lose to Aston Villa by a combined 11 goals. So, you know, expect a bunch of goals here. There is also the personal battle. Khadija Bunny Shaw there, you can see her at the back of the line, one of the most electrifying strikers in women's football. She takes on a chance to get the WSL Golden Boot potentially today. Although it looks like it's been awarded to Rachel Daly with 21 goals, there is a potential for Khadija Shaw to overtake her if she scores 4 goals against Everton. So let's take a look at the team sheets then, starting with the home team, Manchester City. They have Kiara Keating in goal, a back four of Esme Morgan, Steph Horton, Alex Greenwood and Laila Wahabi. Yui Hasegawa and Philippa Angeldau will sit in midfield. Lauren Hemp and Chloe Kelly will play wide, with Dana Castellanos just playing behind Khadija Bunny Shaw. And as for Everton, let's take a look at them as well. A few changes from last week. They have Courtney Brosnan in goal, Katrine Vide, Natalie Bjorn and Karen Holmgaard as centre-backs, along with Ellie Stenevik as left-back, Aurora Galley, Claire Wheeler and the aforementioned Izzy Christiansen in midfield, and Lucy Hoop playing behind Nicoline Sorensen and Katja Snoesch. Lovely presentation there. Steph Horton and Isabel Christiansen with a little presentation there. Both former teammates, of course. But now, all of the good feeling will go out of the window, because Izzy Christiansen, along with her Everton teammates, has a job to do here. Interesting, looking at the Man City bench, they only have 4 players on the bench. Kirsten Kasparoy, Laura Coons, Hayley Razzo and Jemima Dahoud. None of those are goalies. Gareth Taylor said he had a plan if there were to be a goalie injury. It'll be interesting to see what that is. Everton, meanwhile, have Emily Ramsey, Ricky Savecki, Hannah Bennison, Leonie Meyer, Abby Clark and Annie Wilding. The last 2 are Everton Academy players who could potentially make their debut on one of the biggest stages in the WSL. So it is coming up to 2:30. It is kick-off time here on the final day of the WSL. Don't forget, we'll keep you up to date with events elsewhere. The title can be decided. Reading taking on Chelsea, Manchester United taking on Liverpool. Chelsea have to lose and Manchester United have to win in order for the title to not be Chelsea's. Reading, meanwhile, have to win and hope Leicester City lose in order to stay in the WSL. So lots of potential decisions as well, lots of drama in the WSL. Manchester City, though, with their final game of the season, can they possibly overcome a massive, massive goal difference and get into the UWCL? The potential is there for Manchester City, as both teams take the need to show all forms of discrimination are not tolerated in the women's game, and we're off and running here at the Academy Stadium. Manchester City versus Everton. Manchester City, of course, in sky blue. And Everton will be playing in their yellow shirts. And Khadija Shaw already lurking. Lauren Hempen driven, and that will go just wide. 20 seconds gone, and already Courtney Brosnan yelling a little at her defenders there, because the strike from range could have caused an issue. It looks like it will be nothing more than a goal kick. You can see Chloe Kelly just standing down there, down the right-hand side. The Lionesses' heroine, of course, last summer, along with Lauren Hemp on the other side. Bunny Shaw already pressing early as Everton try and play the ball out from the back. They don't do very well to do so. And Manchester City work their way through, and certainly there will be a few words had by Brian Sorensen for his team there. Steph Horton, vastly experienced centre-back. England stalwart as well. Lionesses legend, may still have a chance of going to the World Cup this summer as well, after missing the Euros. After Serena Wiegmann decided not to take her. The injuries for other teams have meant that there's space here as Everton attack down the left side. And it is lifted in. Pulled down on the edge of the area, and Izzy Christensen is lurking. How she'd love to score today. And she's still pressing. Claire Wheeler will calm things down here. That was Aurora Galley making progress down the left side as well. Watch out for Katrine Vi, the right back for Everton. She loves to make progress down the right side. Bunny Shaw, though, showing her strength. And she will play that wide to Lauren Hemp. Chloe Kelly is waiting. And it will be laid off. Yui Hasegawa. Kelly. Cross to the back post. Hemp will head that back in, and it will go up and over. Courtney Brosnan's goal. Courtney Brosnan didn't really react there, but that's the two wingers for Manchester City combining, as they've done so often. Lauren Hemp and Chloe Kelly. Chloe Kelly, one of the leading assist providers in the WSL with 9 this season. 5 goals as well. Lauren Hemp has 6 goals and 4 assists, so danger there. Khadija Shaw, though, 18 goals and 7 assists. And she's still lurking. Has to do the splits there as Courtney Brosnan plays the ball away. And now Izzy Christensen makes progress down the right side. Tries for the give and go and gets it. Katrine Vi. Pass is cut out, though. Katja Snursh battling. Elise Steinevik, Norwegian international. Lots of Scandinavian influence, as you'd expect, in the Everton side. They beat Brighton 2-1 last weekend, a game I commentated on. Fine goal from Hannah Bennison in the last minute to win that. Katja Snursh scoring the first goal. Steinevik. Pretty sure just laying the ball off, and it will be calmed down by Philippa Angeldal, known as Ipa to all and sundry at Manchester City, and a much loved midfielder. Vastly underrated, Philippa Angeldal. Just sits there alongside Yui Hasegawa and sprays the ball around. Gareth Taylor has said that he's happy with his squad and it will be a season of evolution, not revolution, which is perhaps not what Man City fans want to hear. Gareth Taylor is under some pressure from Man City squad. Chiara Keating, Manchester City goalie, who I know well as a Coventry United commentator. She was on loan there and made some great performances earlier on this season. Arguably, if she hadn't been injured, she could have been a huge impact in Coventry United staying in the Championship. As it happens, they were relegated. Here is Chloe Kelly, looking to twist and turn down the right side. She'll get a cross in. Will be cleared away though. 5 minutes gone, and Manchester City playing themselves into the game here. Hasegawa. Kelly. Angled out. And again, just working the ball around here. The ball down the left side will have to be dealt with by Claire Wheeler. She gets it away for Catherine Vai, who's forced into the corner. Eventually managed to get it out of the way and out of the shadows, and Everton can perhaps break a little here. Easily cut out though. And once again, just slowly working the ball around. That was Esme Morgan there, in fact. Not Ipa angled out. Hasegawa. Morgan manages to play that a little long for Laila Wahabi. 6 minutes 40 gone. Sounds you can hear at the moment are the travelling Everton fans who are in good voice. No goals elsewhere in the WSL at the moment. So no drama to tell you about. Here, very calm, measured play by Manchester City. Everton not really pressing too much here. And now it will be Wahabi. And again, Manchester City just very calmly working the ball around, patient play here. They're at home. They know they can go up a gear or two very quickly with the electric pace of Chloe Kelly and Lauren Hemp on either side. Lauren Hemp pulling wide there. Dina Castellanos tries to step in, and Man City want a foul there. They don't get it. There might be a break down the right side. That's way too long though, and Chiara Keating will calmly collect that. In front of an almost capacity crowd here at the Etihad Academy Stadium. Lots of people enjoying the sunny May weather. You can see there's a decent amount of empty seats, but still a good crowd for Man City. In a game where they will be unlikely, but not impossible, to continue their run of playing in the UWCL, being one of the 3 teams to do so. They will need to score a hatful of goals though. And they're trying to do so already. Lauren Hemp doing what Lauren Hemp does. Back to Wahabi. And that's a good run again. And this is what I said about going up a gear or two, and that was just wide. Eventually Chloe Kelly, you can see though the speed with which Manchester City just went up 2 or 3 gears here and just ran past Bunny Shaw. Chloe Kelly almost snatched at that a little. Keep an eye out and just see if Chloe Kelly and Lauren Hemp switch wings throughout the game. Now you can see Man City just starting to step up a bit. That's a good ball by Katja Stoch though. But Chiara Keating is quickly out of her goal to deal with it. Greenwood. Hemp turn away. Wahabi will work it back. You can see the confidence in Manchester City, very much a ball playing team. They always have been. They've got some Incredibly skilled players here. Constantly one of the best teams in the WSL. They've endured something of a fall this season by their standards, though. Down to 4th. That's Dana Castellanos joining this season. She has started 11 games, played 18, only scored once in the WSL. There's perhaps less production than Gareth Taylor and Man City were hoping for when they signed her, but there has been a lot of change, of course, at Man City for the past year or so. And now they will work forward. Nice exchange of passes here. Chloe Kelly trying to twist and turn. It will only go as far as Yui Hasegawa, who rarely, very rarely for her, loosely controls the ball. And she is one of the hidden gems of Manchester City, Yui Hasegawa. So important to what they do. Sprays the ball all over the field. Keep an eye on her. And Everton starting to put the pressure on now. Izzy Christensen going in hard on former teammate Chloe Kelly. No love lost there for the 90 minutes. Greenwood. Wahabi. Lauren Hemp cuts inside. That's a good ball for Bunny Shaw. And she might force a corner here. Does well, actually. And she was probably unlucky there, Bunny Shaw. Just pure physical strength. Overpowering Karen Holmgaard. And referee Kirsty Dowie, I judge that to be unfairly done. And so it will be a goal kick. Courtney Brosnan, Irish international. Shared goaling duties this season with Emily Ramsey, who is on loan to Everton from the red half of Manchester. Now Bunny Shaw wants a free kick, doesn't get one. But Man City win the ball back. They've dominated possession here early on. Again, just working the ball around. Angeldal. And again. Hasegawa working her way forward, tries to turn onto it, doesn't manage to. She might get a second chance. Again, Man City almost lulling Everton into a false sense of security here, just calmly holding possession. They must be up around 80% of possession in the first 15 minutes or so, Man City. Kiara Keating has to play that away, she does so. Now, once again, the ball will go out of play. Chloe Kelly just leaves the throw in for Esme Morgan. Takes her time. Finds Bunny Shaw. A long way back, Bunny Shaw, but she lays the ball away, and now we might see some progress from Man City. Hemp takes on Katrine Vai, and we'll get a cross in. There's nobody there though, and it will be collected by Courtney Brosnan. But Lauren Hemp there just ghosting by a Danish international fullback in Katrine Vai, and that is what Lauren Hemp can do, and that's what Arsenal and every other team have struggled with in the past. Certainly Everton, and Katrine Vire will be more than aware of it, watching Lauren Hemp demolish teams like Arsenal and Manchester United. International teams as well. Katrine Vire will know she's been in the game, put it that way. And that was given away by Lucy Hope. And Everton can ill afford to do that. They're not going to get much of the ball anyway. Game almost comes to a stop here. Pretty much has, in fact. Alex Greenwood just standing, daring Everton to come and try and take the ball off her. And this is good passing once again, and that was a driven pass. You can see the skill and intricate passing of Yui Hasegawa, and Manchester City lifted into the area, and Bunny Shaw will try and rise for this one. She's always lurking. Drops for Esme Morgan, who made her first foray into the full Lioness squad, and there's a ball down the line for Chloe Kelly, who will get the cross in. It's cleared away. Bunny Shaw was waiting. And you get the feeling that Manchester City just starting to turn the screw here. They know they need a goal swing of 11 goals, but they have scored 7 or 8 before. And here is Chloe Kelly, crossed into the area, headed away. Ball will drop. Morgan. Rare ball given away by Morgan to Nicolene Sørensen, who goes back to Courtney Brosnan. And Everton will just try and get a feel of the ball here. Claire Wheeler out to Lucy Hope. Will try and cut inside. And again, Man City to Steph Horton this time, just casually step in and win the ball back. Here's Kiara Keating. Now, once again, Alex Greenwood will just slow things down. Horton. The ball down the line for Chloe Kelly to chase. She will get to it. And she will hit a first-time cross towards the back post, which will have to be dealt with, and it is. Lauren Hemp, as always, is lurking. Two-headed monster of those Man City wingers. Hasegawa again. Kelly cuts inside and plays a good ball through, and Bunny Shaw nearly got onto that one. She just exploded off her marker, and she was only an inch away from bringing that under control. Great ball through from Kelly, and if Bunny Shaw had brought that under control, you would have put odds on her making it 1-0 to Manchester City. So another warning shot for Everton. So Man City throw in though. Coming up on 20 minutes gone here. In a game that hasn't really seen any moments of high drama. Very much seen Man City controlling the play, as you'd expect at home. Keating. And once again, seem to have so much time on the ball, Manchester City. That's a good ball down the line for Chloe Kelly to chase. Immediately dinked over. Not quite sure what Kelly thought she was doing there. She was expecting Esme Morgan to run onto it. Everton, though, try and make their way forward here. Izzy Christensen. who will know all about being on the other end of this Manchester City play. She was a part of it for several seasons, a very successful part of it. Under Nick Cushing. And Manchester City really were the dominant power. Nicolene Sorensen, though, was played into the area, and Katja Snow, she's onside, and the arms go up there. And there was no flag, and Katja Snow had more time than she realised. She was played onside. And I think she had far more time than she realised there. She could easily have controlled that. So that will go down as a chance for Everton. Just a brief lapse in the well-oiled machine of Manchester City. Everton couldn't take advantage though. We'll try again. Katrine Vai down the right side. She knows she's in the middle. That's laid off and very nearly reached, and Everton will win a corner here. Almost casually. It's played through, and Kiara Keating just kind of jogged out to play it, almost surprised that no Manchester City defender had dealt with it. And so the first set piece for Everton. Elise Stenovic will jog over to take it. 21 minutes gone here. 0-0. There have been goals elsewhere. We'll tell you about them very shortly. We'll just wait for this corner to be lifted into the area, and that's off the top of the bar. Kiara Keating probably just about had it covered, but Elise Stenovic lifted that one into the area, and it was dropping. So there have been goals elsewhere. Tottenham lead West Ham 1-0. Beth England, yes again. Spurs. And Sam Kerr has scored for Chelsea. They lead Reading 1-0. That means Reading are down and Chelsea are champions, irrespective of results elsewhere at the moment. No goals anywhere else. Don't forget, you can follow games elsewhere on the FA Player. You can follow Brighton versus Leicester. Also, Arsenal versus Aston Villa. You can follow that one. And Brighton versus Leicester City. And also West Ham versus Tottenham as well. All of those available elsewhere, taking place right now on the FA Player. Meanwhile, Kiara Keating here at the Academy Stadium will feed the ball for Alex Greenwood, who's seen a lot of the ball and has barely really played at more than walking pace with it. Very cultured centre-back, loves to play balls over the top, and there's one. And Courtney Brosnan has to come a long way out to deal with that from pretty short. Brosnan again. So ironically, it's probably Everton who've come closest to breaking the deadlock here, with Elise Stenovic hitting the bar off a corner after 25 minutes, and the ball had gone out of play back down here. So Esme Morgan will take the throw in. Wahabi. Castellanos. Goes back to Wahabi. And again, there's no hurry in Man City. There's kind of the confidence that they can go up a gear or two whenever they need to. And they might do so here. Castellanos as Betty Shaw insider cuts back and exchanges passes, and then Laid off for Esme Morgan, who's stepping up into midfield a lot, nominally a right back, but she's almost stepping up into midfield here. Here's Wahabi. Lauren Hemp goes outside it, receives the pass now. Wahabi goes for the return. And again, this game very much feels like a last day of the season game, with two teams with nothing really to play for. Manchester City, as we've said, nominally have a UWCL place to play for, but they would have to go some and hope for a favour from Arsenal as well. Hope for a favour from Aston Villa, indeed, against Arsenal. Steph Horn. Just directing traffic in front of it, and then looking to get that pass back perhaps, and pressure from Everton has caused Chiara Keating to have to play that. It's the first time that Manchester City have looked mildly under pressure, but now they'll break the other way. Chloe Kelly. Bunny Shaw wants the ball through. It's not played through though, and you can see the frustration from Bunny Shaw there. Just in the body language, just a little bit of a throw of the head back. Angledale. Wahabi for Hemp. Castellanos is lurking in the area. Hemp goes for the byline and puts a cross in. Bunny Shaw challenges, and Courtney Brosnan manages to get the ball away eventually. But now Manchester City just starting to turn the screw a little. And once again, play goes almost to a stop. Eventually, Esme Morgan puts her arms up and receives the pass a long way out, lifts the ball into the area. It's flicked on by Bunny Shaw. Lauren Hemp, though, wasn't gambling on that one, and it will run to Katrine Vai. Claire Wheeler. But an attacking throw-in won here by Manchester City. 27 minutes gone. So can Man City make anything of this? They've certainly had the massive advantage in terms of territory. Asagawa. Kelly cuts inside the first challenge, plays the ball into the area, but again, that final ball for Man City just lacking a little. And for Everton, even more so. And the atmosphere is kind of reflecting the fact that this game is a little flat. Needs a moment of quality from either Man City or Everton to bring it to life, you suspect. And that was somewhat fortunate free kick run by Man City. I didn't think there was anything wrong with the challenge on Hasegawa. Ball down the left side now for Bahabi. And once again, Manchester City comfortable with possession, but they're doing a lot of this where they're stroking the ball around 50, 60, 70 yards from the Everton goal. Which is all very well, but you get the feeling against a team with a more positive mindset than Everton, they might struggle a little more. But we'll see what they can do now. Esme Morgan down the right side. Everton player has gone down injured. Play will continue. And there is space. That's cleared away again. Chloe Kelly can't make the pass through. There is an Everton player still down. And it is Lucy Hope. Looked like she may have just collided with Esme Morgan there. Bang on half an hour gone. It looks like she might have just got a smack in the mouth, judging by the gestures. You can keep an eye elsewhere on the relegation battle. Still 0-0 between Brighton and Leicester City. Chelsea leading Reading 1-0, which means that Leicester City stay up, Reading go down, and Chelsea are champions. So it's as you were at the start of the day. Let's see if we can see what happened to Lucy Hope here. There she is in the middle of the screen. Oh, just collision then with Chloe Kelly. I don't know if there was any real malice in it. Just looked like two players occupying the same bit of grass. And so Lucy Hope will be checked upon. She's got 1 goal and 1 assist so far. Previously known as Lucy Graham, now playing under her married name. So play will continue after that brief interlude. Lucy Hope seems fine. So Karen Holmgaard slightly overplays that pass, but it's dealt with. Everton managing to hold the ball here. Haven't done much of this. Trying to play out from the back, and Karen Holmgaard striding forward. Now Katrine Vai, who's switched sides. Stenovic, Hope. May have been a slight change in formation here for Everton, possibly. Katrine Vai certainly just switched sides. May have stepped a little further forward into midfield. Claire Wheeler with the ball out to the right side, and there might be something here for Nicoline Sorensen, and Everton won a handball there. And that'll be interesting to see on a replay, because it certainly looked like it struck the hand of the Everton defender. Let's see here. It was Greenwood, and that to me is a big shout for a handball for Everton. And I think that if the women's game had VAR, then they would be taking a very close look at that one. As it happens, nothing given. The handball rule is impenetrable at the best of times, but very much looked like Alex Greenwood's arm was away from her body there. Manchester City trying to get clear though, and Steph Horton doesn't manage to, but that ball will just overrun. And so Yui Hasegawa will collect. Settle things down, but it'll be interesting to hear Brian Sorensen's thoughts on that post-game. Gareth Taylor's as well. The replay to me says that Everton have a case for mild aggrievement against Kirsty Dowie for not giving that penalty. Well, ball down by Dana Castellanos, who drives it wide. That was beautifully controlled. And just turned and driven. She had 4 players in the area with her though. Dina Castellanos, the Venezuelan midfielder, joined Manchester United this past summer. Here is Yui Hasegawa. And again, those passes just not quite reaching where Man City want them to. Angeldal though. And Hemp goes for the byline. Plays it back to Wahabi. Nice exchange of passes, but Everton again disrupting the flow of Manchester City wherever they can. And there's May Morgan with her arms up in the middle of the field wanting the pass. She gets them finally from Greenwood. And after that brief flurry, we're back into the pattern of play that we've seen all games so far of Manchester City dominating possession. Battle in the centre of midfield. Manchester City keep winning. Kelly being forced backwards. And eventually, Everton get a free kick there. An attempt to play advantage from Kirsty Dowie. Brian Sorensen was very vocal there. And so Everton will try and work their way forward under the sunshine here in Manchester. And exchange of passes. Can Castellanos do something with this? She might have won a free kick. Play will continue, and Lauren Hemp had just stopped for a second there. And that was an interesting passage of play, because Lauren Hemp had almost stopped expecting the whistle for the challenge on Dana Castellanos. But it is a free kick to Everton. Courtney Brosnan will take. Lifted forward. Coming towards the end of the final 5 minutes of a first half, which will not perhaps live long in the memory. Elsewhere it is West Ham 1, Tottenham 1. Emma Snurler has equalised there after Bethany England scoring after 20 minutes for Spurs. Chelsea 1, Reading 0. Sam Kerr scoring there. No goals in the other 4 games. At the moment, Man United need to score against Liverpool and hope Reading come from behind against Chelsea, which would be, suffice to say, very dramatic indeed. Here, though, there hasn't been that much drama. A penalty shout for Everton. A few half chances for Man City. But it's been a fairly quiet, coming up on 40 minutes. See if in the next few minutes Manchester City can change that and turn their possession dominance into dominance on the scoreboard. And again, free kick, Nicoline Sorensen winning a free kick there for Everton, Danish striker. Let's take a quick look at that challenge just to see. Sorensen steps in there, and that's, she got sandwiched there almost, Nicoline Sorensen. Sky blue sandwich. Man City come forward though, and again, as they have for the majority of this half, Chloe Kelly makes space down the right side and gets a cross in, which is played back out and eventually cleared further forward. Kelly will try and make this run, and Chloe Kelly will win a free kick, which is as good as a corner from that particular point, taken quickly, too quickly for Kirsty Dowie. She will pace out the 10 yards, although I suspect that there won't be much of a wall set up here. Lifted into the area by Greenwood, headed away. Only as far as the edge of the area. Rizzy Christensen will try and break. Has support now from Lucy Hope. And a ball through, and that will be for Sorensen to chase, but Kiara Keating will pick the ball up on the edge of her area. Very confident young goalie Kiara Keating, loves to come out and play the ball. We saw for Manchester City, and indeed much more so for Coventry United this season in the Championship. And the game she played there had a real positive effect on the players in front of her. You could see the confidence. There's Lauren Hemp. Once again thinks about running down left side, and she will twist and turn, plays across him, but again there's no Manchester City player anywhere near the ball, and that will be something at half time that I suspect Gareth Taylor will be wanting to address, because that final pass from Manchester City just isn't there so far today. And that looked like a nasty challenge as well from Alex Greenwood. It's left the Everton player Katja Schnursch feeling the effects of that. She picks herself up now, Dutch international striker. She'll be used to the odd hard challenge. Brian Sorensen will definitely be the happier of the two managers, I think, at half-time, the Everton manager. Squad have clearly come with a game plan. So far they've executed it. Here is home guard. Claire Wheeler thumping the ball out to the right side, well pulled down. And there was potential for Lucy Hope to do something there, but she was eased off the pitch. And Kiara Keating lifts it forward, final couple of minutes. And again, just lots of passes where the ball has just gone back and forth. Elsewhere, West Ham v Tottenham, there's been a big turnaround though, because Kit Graham has scored an own goal there, and West Ham now lead 2-1 as Everton come forward. Trying to find Katja Schnursch. She plays a pass through, and there might be something on here, but the pass is nowhere near any yellow shirt. Chelsea have doubled their advantage meanwhile against Reading. Guro Wrighton has scored there. As Everton have a strike, and it is Nicolene Sorensen, but that will not travel or trouble Kiara Keating in any way. Cuts inside, and that's been the story of this first half for both teams, really. Any efforts have not really raised the blood pressure of either goalie, or indeed myself in the commentary box. Coming up to the end of the first half. Kiara Keating is challenged there, and she will get a ball down for Chloe Kelly. And can Chloe Kelly make something happen? She has so often for Man City, tries to play the ball across, and it will find Dana Castellanos. Wahabi. Angledal. Morgan. Hasegawa breaks into the box. Hasegawa does well to turn. Can't get a shot off though. She will lay that off, and it will be driven and deflected just wide. And eventually, Manchester City finally go for the throat, create a chance, and it's driven by Esme Morgan just wide. Only 1 minute at the end of the first half here. Perhaps Kirsty Dowie has decided to bring this first half to a close as quickly as possible so both teams can reset, because it has not been the greatest first half. A first half that Manchester City have dominated possession and territorially. They'll get across in here, and one last chance headed away and will drop, flicked on. Nobody in a blue shirt can get to it, and as has happened so often, Everton will try and clear the ball, but it will not be fully away yet. So we've already played our minute of added time. So will Kirsty Dowie give Manchester City a chance to build a final attack? The ball is back with Steph Horton at the halfway line, and that is the end of the first half here at the Etihad Academy Stadium. It is 0-0 at half-time. A half that Manchester City have dominated, both in terms of possession and territorially, but haven't managed to turn that dominance into goals or even really great chances. In fact, the biggest controversy of the first half was perhaps a penalty shout for Everton. So let's take a look at the highlights of that first half. You can see early on a strike from Chloe Kelly, which was high and wide. And again, this was the story of the first half from Manchester City. Lots of progression down wide, and just that final ball not finding where it needed to. This is probably a great chance for Everton. Katja Snoesch not realising how much time she had, and then a corner from Elise Stenovic bouncing off the top of the bar. This is the penalty shout for Everton. And then you can see the rest of the half really didn't see much, although this strike very nearly had Courtney Brosnan scrambling. But as you can see, it feels very much like a last day of the season game here, a last day of school before breaking up. Hopefully we'll see more in the second half, and either team can really start making that final pass work. But at the end of the first half here at the Etihad Academy, it is Manchester City 0, Everton 0.
Oh, oh, get out of here. Oh, that was a good one. Whoa!
Oh,
Oh, get out of here.
Ronaldo,
Justin Bieber,
Kylie Jenner,
Kim Kardashian,
Ariana Grande,
Lionel Messi,
LeBron James,
that was a good guess. Miley Cyrus.
what? Kendall Jenner. I'm not confident on that one.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Drake,
No way. Beyonce,
Britney Spears.
Lady Gaga.
That's a good one. Kanye West. Is he even on it? Is he on Instagram?
So that is a third.
Oh. Oh no, I'm gonna be tragic.
I've got PTSD. Why is that a question?
Yeah, that's so. It's
Not
actually-
Scotland.
Yeah.
England.
Ireland.
The Beatles. Germany.
Sweden,
France.
Denmark,
The Netherlands.
Norway.
Sweden.
I've said that.
You need to rewind and check. I don't think you said that.
Yeah, I have said that, right?
One strike for Aaron.
Oh.
5, 4,
There's one you should get.
2,
Is it me?
1.
Yeah, it's your go.
USA.
Your goal.
It's my go. Oh, sorry,
your
no.
one.
Oh my god, I was sat there. I've got one.
She got it wrong, so it went over to you.
Okay, well, I have one. Spain.
Do I give it to you?
You can take my strike if you want.
Yeah, it's one,
Give you a strike.
one strikey.
Okay, so it's your go now. I wondered why you were counting yourself
Can
down.
we say either of those then? USA,
Spain,
Canada.
Jamaica,
Oh, that's a good one. Australia.
New Zealand,
Oh, that was my next one. The Philippines.
oh my god, Japan,
Oh, that was a good one. China.
Nigeria,
South Korea.
Mexico.
I don't think they made it.
Oh,
I remember watching that.
I've got one more. Italy.
Switzerland.
Oh, that was good. Brazil.
Oh, Chile. Oh, they're quite a good team as well. That's a good guess. Erin Cuthbert.
AKB.
Millie Bright.
Magda Eriksson.
Duro Wrighton.
Jess Carter.
Sophie Ingle.
Frank Kirby.
You're lucky for that one. Sam Kerr.
Neve Charles.
Steph Houghton.
Jessie Fleming.
Oh, Jessie Fleming. Lauren Hemp.
Hayley Rasso.
Oh, she scored. Chloe Kelly.
Lucy Bronze.
Demi Stokes.
Casway.
Bunny Shaw.
No, that was oh, Kira Walsh.
Oh, that was a good one. Jess Park.
Esme Morgan. No, I don't think so. Definitely not. I was wrong.
Strike one.
So that's one strike.
I'm out. Laura Coombs. Must have made the 10.
Correct.
Ah, Pernilla Harder.
Oh, that was such a good one. Vicky Losada. I remember tackling her. So.
Julie Blackstad.
See if that's right. You're in.
Come on.
Correct.
Oh,
Yes!
strike two.
Angle Dahl.
Oh, that's a good one.
Man City. Philippa. What's that?
Yeah, Philippa Angle.
Correct.
Anik Nowen.
Oh, that's a good one. Beth England.
Zachira Musovic.
Oh. Oh, no.
5, 4, 3, 2.
No. My head's going this way.
Okay, so shall I guess one? Kiara Keating.
Lauren James. Please do.
Okay. Oh, I just had one. Was G hit? When did G leave? Did G leave last season? Yeah, G So Young.
Cannon Baldsley. I don't even think. I think she retired.
Correct.
Jonna Anderson.
Oh! Emily Orman.
That was so tough.
Just say it.
It's me.
Oh.
Is it? It is, isn't
No
it?
way.
You're joking.
You are bantering. I thought you was going to say me.
Oh, no, I thought you were on about me.
No, I was on about me.
Oh. She's got to stop trying them stuff over, isn't she?
It's not for her.
No, it's not for her.
Because I would have said you.
Think?
Yeah, you love an argument.
Ashlog's
You're
an argument, but
convincing.
she's
Yeah, you're convincing in what you say. Quite knowledgeable.
Good for the people.
Yeah, something
People
like that.
power.
Yeah.
But then what about Tinny? Tinny a bit too serious?
I'm going to say you.
Okay,
I'll
take
back
that.
you for it.
Take that.
It's got to be Rehab Girls.
Yeah.
Not by choice, but
Rhea?
yeah, Rhea's always last. Rhea's still
We've
there
got
now.
people who
Rhea's
shout-
just going in the gym.
Yeah, let's go with Rhea then. Rhea Percival.
Yep.
It's got to be Elle, isn't it?
Oh yeah,
Eleanor.
Eleanor. You're
Easy.
in trouble.
She's
If you're stuck with Eleanor Heaps.
She can't look after herself,
Yeah.
let alone
She's
anyone
not
else,
cooking
so.
you breakfast, dinner, lunch.
She does make a good latte though, we'll give her that. Latte art.
She never makes me one anymore though.
Oh, she
Makes
just
herself.
makes herself
She's
about
selfish.
6 a day.
Yeah.
No, she bowls in at training, doesn't brush her hair. Yeah, we hear some stories from the playhouse, let's put it that way.
Yeah. That's a great shout.
I think I'm up there.
Most
My
forgetful.
memory's bad.
Yeah. Kez doesn't like to set her alarm much.
Remember, I forgot the leadership meeting in the woods.
Yeah, you did. She's always late.
Is there anyone more forgetful than me, though? I think it might have to be me on that
It's
one.
going to be you.
The brain
Own
cells
it.
are slowly dwindling,
Yeah.
aren't they? So I think it might be me.
Book smart.
Book smart, but memory's bad.
Yeah.
Should we give it a go now?
A rap battle. Definitely not us.
Yeah,
Don't even try it.
No, because you're good with the ad-lib stuff, so
I like
think-
an ad lib.
Yeah.
In a rap battle. Who's always singing?
No.
Chi.
She's,
Yeah,
I
Chi.
reckon she.
Let's go
She's
Chi.
got the rhythm, yeah,
Yeah.
she.
Oh, do you know what? Azzy's now got a Nike deal, but before
She
she
had
would
holes in them.
tape her boots with actual tape. Yeah, until she got told off. So
I thought you were going to say
definitely
mine with the golds. And they've been around for about 10
Oh
years,
yeah,
but
yours are a bit better.
I love my golds. So now we'll go Azzy.
Hers are
Azzy
full-
with the
hers were
tape
full-
and the holes,
yeah.
yeah.
Pre-Nike deal.
Yeah.
Just say it.
It's me.
Oh,
Is it? It is, isn't
no
it?
way!
You're joking.
You are bantering. I thought you was going to say me.
Oh, no, I thought you were on about me.
No, I was on about me.
Oh.
I would say me.
It's
People
funny.
laugh at you, not with you. Whereas like people laugh with me.
Nah, I wouldn't say that. Should we say both?
I'll say me. Esther Morgan.
Biggest.
Biggest.
She's fell over a
100%.
few.
She
She
falls
has.
over every session.
Yeah, she has fell over a few times,
Yeah,
hasn't she?
definitely Esther.
She's got to stop trying them step overs, isn't she?
It's not for her.
No, it's not for her.
Oh,
Amy Turner.
are you joking? Did you see my
Was it
performance
you?
today?
Oh no,
Get the
yeah.
clips on Insta
get it?
because, oh my goodness. I was
You
on
got the big
fire.
leg out, didn't you?
I did. I haven't got the height, so if they go top corners, I'm in bits, but anything low,
Yeah. All right.
I'm
But
there.
we were winding Amy Turner up at one point
We
because there
were.
was a chance she might have had to gone in goal. So, but yeah, we'll give it to you then.
thanks, mate.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I don't want to put anyone in the doghouse here.
Well, they are complaining for a start.
Woke up before my alarm. Ah, I'm so proud. 2012, okay. Woke up before my alarm. Ah, I'm so proud. Who would do that?
I'm gonna say Molly Bartrick.
I'm probably gonna have to go with, is that Rosella? Oh, yes! Yes! I knew it. Okay, great.
It does sound like her, yeah. 2012.
Want it done. Better stay off the wine tonight. 2012. Ooh, that's a tough one. Better stay off the wine tonight. I don't want to put anyone in the doghouse here. Better stay off the wine tonight.
I mean,
Drew? I don't know. I actually have no idea who that would be. No way. 2012. Better stay off the wine tonight. Okay. All right, Amy.
oh yeah. I was gonna say, how old is she? Just joined TikTok. It's about to get lit. Get adding.
Who just joined TikTok in 2020? Let's think about this. And who would say lit?
That could be Jess.
Maybe Jess? Nath? Yes! I knew it. I knew it. Okay, not bad. Not bad. Oh, that's cute. Shopping with my best friend. Mom's in town.
Shalina.
Is that me? Honestly. I knew it had to be. Bestie for sure.
Next I saw Mr. Feeling. Can barely walk, not complaining.
2014. Miss this feeling.
Well, they are complaining for a start.
Is that Kez, maybe?
Kit Graham.
Oh, Kaya. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. I should have thought of that one.
She's complaining.
It's complaining.
She's
Yeah, what it's all
complaining.
about,
Kaya
what it's
is
all about.
complaining.
Winners, keep an eye on your emails during the second half. Our top three are Matthew Wilmot, Please welcome back for the second half our visitors Everton. And ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back to the pitch Manchester City.
So here we are then back at the Academy Stadium in Manchester, the Etihad Academy Stadium for the second half of Manchester City versus Everton in the WSL Women's Super League final day of the season. I'm Paul Wheeler taking you through the action. And the first half, hopefully, this second half is a little bit better than the first half, because while Manchester City dominated in possession, they didn't really have the quality in the final third of the pitch, which is rare to say about a team with players like Lauren Hemp, Chloe Kelly and Bunny Shaw. So let's run through the two teams for you. Doesn't look like there's been any changes at half-time. Everton have Courtney Brosnan in goal, Katrin Vine, Natalie Bjorn, Karen Holmgaard and Elise Stenovic as a back four. A midfield three of Izzy Christensen, Claire Wheeler, Aurora Galley and Lucy Hope sitting back as well, with Nicolene Sorensen and Katja Snosh as a front two. The Man City team is Kiara Keating in goal, Esme Morgan, Steph Horton, Alex Greenwood and Lila Wahabi at the back. Philippa Angeldal and Yui Hasagawa sitting behind Dana Castellanos, Lauren Hemp and Chloe Kelly playing out wide, and Bunny Shaw as the spearhead. If you're watching, want to get in touch with me on Twitter, at Paul W Radio there. Delighted to be with you, Man City or Everton fans, on the final day of the season. And of course we'll keep you up to date with games elsewhere as Everton come forward early on through Nicolene Sorensen, who strikes one, and Kiara Keating will calmly hold that one. One of the rising stars of goalkeeping in the WSL, Kiara Keating. Very impressive on loan this season for Coventry United before being injured as they fought to break out of the Championship relegation zone. And if Kiara Keating had been able to play there the whole half season, they may well have managed to do so. Their injury was a nasty turning point for Coventry United. She's here now playing for Manchester City and has looked very solid so far. Man City have no goalie on the bench, incidentally. Gareth Taylor has said he does have a plan for it, if necessary. But he'll very much be hoping that won't be the case. Rachel Daly, by the way, has scored for Aston Villa against Arsenal. Which means that Bunny Shaw now needs 4 goals to keep up with that, as a strike just wide there. And all of a sudden, Lauren Hemp found space down the left side. And just a speculative effort. That was Manchester City breaking at speed. Castellanos and Lauren Hemp just driving one just wide there. Anyone who watches women's football knows just how good Lauren Hemp is. One of the key lionesses. She will be vital to England's World Cup challenge this summer, along with her teammate on the other side for Manchester City, Chloe Kelly. And she pressures there as Courtney Brosnan clears the ball away. Lucy Hope. And Alex Greenwood will come back and collect that. Another vital player for England this summer, no doubt. Lila Wahabi, Spain. Once again, we settle very quickly into this pattern here of Manchester City dominating possession, stroking the ball around. That, however, was a wayward pass, to say the least. I'm not sure what was going on with that one. It is a warm day here in Manchester, a warm late spring day on the final day of the WSL season. And that might have contributed somewhat to the pace that this game is being played at. It's not being played at the breakneck speed that Manchester City have been known to play at. That may have something to do with Brian Sorensen's game plan for Everton, who have sat back and Absorb the pressure. That's well flicked on though, and Lauren Hemp will try and chase this. It's just nicked from her toe. A little bit more urgency from Manchester City early on here. And Laila Wahabi will move to take this throw in. Angeldal. Ball down the line for Wahabi. Katrine Vai will chase this. Gets the return pass. Down in the shadows in front of the stand and back to Courtney Brosnan, who has to clear that. She does so. Katrine Vai. Yui Hasegawa is out-muscled here, and there might be a break here, and Nicolene Sorensen again makes her way into the penalty area. She has Katja Schnoes with her. Sorensen shoots, and that will be tipped over by Kiara Keating. Positive play by Everton here. It seemed to be a little bit more positive at the start of the second half, and Kiara Keating had to deal with that from Sorensen. She did confidently, the young lioness. So it's an Everton corner. Lily Christensen, former Man City player of course, will lift this into a crowded penalty area. Lots of yellow and blue shirts. And Bunny Shaw back defending, will head that away. It's driven and blocked. Katrine Vai tried to strike a volley on goal. She will pick this up though and lifts it back into the area, headed away. And eventually Manchester City get the ball clear. And now can Bunny Shaw make something happen? She finds Chloe Kelly. Lauren Hemp is with her. Here is Hemp. Back to Shaw. Shaw has space to shoot. Bunny Shaw! And she will score for Manchester City. That is what she does. One of the deadliest strikers in Europe, Khadija Shaw. And that is what Man City can do when they go up into the gears. A beautiful flowing counter-attack. And Bunny Shaw's 19th goal of the season. Fine example of counter-attacking football here. Shaw to Kelly, to Hemp, back to Bunny Shaw, and from that moment on it was almost inevitable. Seen that so many times this season, and the deadlock is broken here. 1-0 to Manchester City. And that's woken up the crowd here. Aston Villa now lead Arsenal 2-0. So at the moment, Manchester City need another 9 goals for UWCL football. They need a 12-goal swing in goal difference. So the question here, of course, is will Man City go for it? They'd have to really go so. They have won big before, beating Brighton 7-0. Giving themselves about 40 minutes to get 9 goals, and they're coming forward here. Kelly. Angeldal. Great play from Yui Hasegawa to shield the ball and lay it off here. Greenwood. Hemp. And again. Wahabi. Castellanos tries a strike, but it's well held. And there's a little bit more of a spring in the step about Man City now after that goal. Pretty sure trying to stay out the way of Castellanos' strike. And just a quick check for Izzy Christensen there. Seems fine. And now Everton. And Wahabi comes up and dispossesses Katrine Vai and will play the ball through for Bunny Shaw, who won't get to that one. It's hammered high off the roof of the stand on this side. But you can see Bunny Shaw now. On 19 goals for the season. How she'd love a 20th. Corner to Man City then. 10 minutes into the second half. They lead 1-0. Chloe Kelly headed away. They run. And on the other side, another offside there. And so Courtney Brosnan will settle in, and it'll be interesting now to see just what Everton do, because they can't be caught in their current position in the WSL. A win won't change anything, particularly with Aston Villa now winning. So do they just kind of play this game out, or do they keep going? Kiara Keating steps forward. And now we will see what Man City do here, because they are level now on goal difference with Arsenal. It would take some chase, to say the least. Because even with things as it currently is, Manchester City would need a ridiculous number of goals. But at the moment, they will finish level on points with Arsenal, but they will miss out on the Champions League for the first time in several years. And that has caused some unrest amongst the Manchester City fan base as Katrine Vai gets back to this one under pressure. But once again, they'll work forward and Bunny Shaw will strike, and that will be saved. But now Bunny Shaw is in the mood, which is ominous for any opposition defence. You can see Chloe Kelly and Lauren Hemp have switched sides. And from a personal perspective, Bunny Shaw will want her 20th goal of the season. Ball is flicked away. It's West Ham 2, Tottenham 2, by the way, elsewhere. Beth England has her second. What a player she's been for Spurs. And now the ball played down the right side. Elsewhere, Reading 0, Chelsea 2, so Chelsea cruising to the title at the moment. They've had 19 shots to Reading's 4. And that will also mean Brighton and Leicester will both stay up. Brighton made themselves safe. Leicester, after being 7 points back from safety in January, look very much like they will stay in the WSL for another season. Still Liverpool 0, Manchester United 0 as well. Now the ball down the left side for Everton as they try and respond, and Katja Schnosh will make her way into the area. Good spin and pass. Cleared away though. And Chloe Kelly slips there, and there's something of a strong challenge on Philippa Angeldal. She will pick herself up eventually. Coming up on the hour mark here. Hemp making purposeful progress and striking one. What a strike! That is a beauty of a goal. Lauren Hemp just deciding, right, okay, I'm going to take this responsibility myself, taking on her fullback and curling the ball left-footed over Courtney Brosnan. And that goal almost out of nothing here. Just cuts back onto her left foot and lifts that one over Courtney Brosnan. What a strike that is. Manchester City doubling their advantage on the hour mark. And it is two of their key players, Bunny Shaw and Lauren Hemp, who scored. That is Lauren Hemp's 7th WSL goal of the season. And very nearly played through for Chloe Kelly there to make it 3-0. And now perhaps Manchester City starting to enjoy themselves. Everton just have to try and settle things down there. Here they've been hit with a double whammy of strikes. It's a good ball down the line. And Elise Stenovic try and make the tap. And a strike that will go way over the top though. No issue whatsoever for Kiara Keating.
Substitution
And a
for
substitution
Everton, leaving the pitch, number
being
8,
made
Izzy
for Everton.
Christensen.
And it will be a standing ovation here from both sets of fans and probably all the players on the field as well, as Izzy Christensen departs a WSL pitch and indeed a professional football pitch for the final time in her career, saying farewell to the WSL and her fellow players after an illustrious career. 31 England caps, titles with Manchester City, WSL titles, FA Cups. She's won it all, and you can see the affection with which she's held by everybody as she leaves the field. It's a standing ovation. Lovely moment there. And Hannah Bennison will step on as Lauren Hemp comes forward, and this one is lifted up and over from a very similar position to where she scored. Just putting the pressure on here. There's Hannah Bennison's first touch. Galley. Italian international Aurora Galley. We haven't mentioned her much, but she just quietly does her job in the Everton midfield. Worked clear again. And now Castellanos wants to pass back. It's lifted over instead. Played back in and has to go. Ah! That's just wide. Dana Castellanos, in fact. Apologies there. Kept running Castellanos and just tried to hook the ball with her right foot. And now Manchester City really starting to play here. And it's looking ominous for Everton, to be honest. Perhaps Izzy Christensen taken off after an hour just to allow her the full standing ovation from both sets of fans. A great servant to both clubs. Also Champions League winner with Lyon. Honour to commentate on her farewell to the WSL and professional football. Here is a break though. Nicolene Sorensen has span away and she's in. Can she get a shot off for Everton? It's held up now Katrine Vi will try and play a ball to the back post, and that is a rare chance for Everton, and Sorensen perhaps could have let a shot go there. She had no support with her. Everton still forward though. Galley. And that's lifted long into the area and will be collected easily by Chiara Keating. Not even a chance of a challenge from Nicolene Sorensen. There's a break the other way. And there is another strike from Chloe Kelly, which goes just over. And now the 3, maybe even 4-headed monster of Manchester City's attack. Kelly, Shaw, Hemp, Castellanos really starting to get going. You can see the frustration from Bunny Shaw then. She wanted the pass back. She wants another goal. This, however, Courtney Bosnan has to catch a goal kick that's charged down. I don't think that this win will in any way ease the questions about Gareth Taylor, though, as Manchester City manager. Katrine Vi does well to lay that one off. The announcement that Gareth Taylor was being given a 1-year extension to his contract just before this game, earlier on this week, it's fair to say, did not go down well with Manchester City fans. He is a manager who many feel should have done far better with the resources he's been given. Manchester City's fall from Champions League qualification positions, fall from the top 3 this season, has increased the words of dissension against him, as it were, in the Manchester City fan base. But today, the Manchester City fans at least are happy. They lead 2-0 here. Everton looking like they will try and respond. The ball is laid down the centre here and calmed down once again. James. Righty. Man City work the ball around once again. As you can hear, after those 2 goals, everything has settled back down again into the calm pattern of the first half. Man City looking like they're trying to enjoy themselves in their final outing this season, though. Wahabi. Kelly. Angeldal. There's May Morgan. A few shouts of shoot there. Hemp for Wahabi. Will lift this in towards Bunny Shaw, who tried to win that header, didn't manage to. Greenwood. Alex Greenwood stepping up. You can see Manchester City coming up a lot further now, pressing a little bit higher, and that's a good ball. And Morgan finds Bunny Shaw. Bunny Shaw has space and she will make it 3-0. Bunny Shaw is inevitable. As soon as she receives the ball on the edge of the 6-yard box, you can almost predict what's going to happen. And Bunny Shaw just controls that, leaves 3 Everton players on the deck, and almost contemptuously drives the ball low into the bottom corner. And that will probably seal the outcome here, barring an incredible comeback from Everton. There are 20 minutes to go, of course, so 1 goal from Everton could make life interesting, and Nicolene Sorensen tries to chase it down. But Manchester City have definitely gone up a gear or two in this second half. They look to put on a show for their home crowd and sign off for the summer with a strong, positive performance. Of course, a lot of these players on both teams may well be going to Australia and New Zealand for the World Cup shortly. And there was Lauren Hemp chasing the ball down. And mild concern there, Lauren Hemp has stayed down. We'll keep an eye on that one. England don't need any more injuries to key players. Here's a break for Everton the other way though. Schnosh. Vi. Claire Wheeler. Lauren Hemp has picked herself back up. You can hear by the reaction of the crowd. Stenovic. Turns back towards her own half, and Chiara Keating a long way out of goal. Natalie Bjorn. Claire Wheeler going the wrong way from her perspective, manages to turn. And now can Hannah Bennison make something happen for Everton? She finds Katrine Vi. Strong challenge there, and that was felt just for a second by Alex Greenwood. Picked herself up now, and he's just checking on the Everton player as well. Just a 50-50 ball there. Both players are fine. "20 minutes to go here, and substitutions being made. And we're seeing another player making their final appearance for Everton. Ricky Savecki coming on. And Elise Stenovic coming off. So Ricky Savecki going on. She made 50 appearances for Everton. Has made 50 appearances for Everton. Her 50th was last weekend, and this will be her last for Everton. It was announced during the week she will be departing the club in the summer. So Everton saying farewell to two great servants. Isabel Christensen early on started the game and got a standing ovation by both sets of fans when she was substituted. And now Vicky Savecki. Catherine Vi tries to get out of that side, doesn't manage to. And the ball will go back into play here. As time is ticking down. Can Everton get up the other end and get themselves a consolation goal at least, or step back into the game? Good ball through, and Katja Snosh will chase this, but Chiara Keating is very quick off her line, and that's a good ball through, and Bunny Shaw will chase this as Courtney Brosnan has come a long way out of her goal to get to it. Very nearly 2 goalies turning assists there. Three goals in 20 minutes for Manchester City as they went up a gear or two, and you get the feeling in the final 15 minutes they might have another one in them. Certainly ball's being worked around on that side. Rosemary Morgan got control. Kelly as well. Alex Greenwood calling for the pass. Instead it goes back to Horton. Despite Manchester City being 3-0 up, it's the Everton fans who you can hear. Very quiet here at the Academy Stadium, considering Manchester City are 3-0 up. And here goes Lauren Hemp, tormenting Katrine Vai again and getting a cross in, and Bunny Shaw will rise for this, doesn't get to it. Will nearly run to Philippa Angeldal. Greenwood. Lila Wahabi playing almost as a defensive midfielder now. Hemp lifts the ball over for Castellanos, who can't get the cross in, but does win a corner. And taken quickly on to Greenwood, who whips the left-footed cross in, but will go out of play for another corner. And this time, a little bit of conversation between Alex Greenwood and I think that's Laura Coombs shutting down the corner. Corner from this right side now. Been a few of those this half. Lifted in towards the back post and held by Courtney Brosnan. I'm not sure where the ball had gone for a second. She fell into that crowd of yellow shirts. Just had to curl around it to make sure that the ball didn't sneak into the net. Claire Wheeler now. That's a good ball, but it's a little bit too long for any Everton player to chase. Buddy Shaw, by the way, has now got 21 goals for the season. One more if she does get a hat-trick. Needs 2 now, actually, in fact, to be level with Rachel Daly after Rachel Daly has scored against Arsenal for Aston Villa. But if anyone can get 2 goals in 15 minutes, it's Bunny Shaw. Alex Greenwood will make her way forward. Go for the byline. She'll try and get a cross in and win a corner instead. It's all been Manchester City this second half. And in this game, perhaps you can still see the gap between the top 4 and the chasing teams here. Although Aston Villa in particular are closing that gap. Corner lifted into the back post. Courtney Brosnan gets to it and Bunny Shaw puts her arm up. There was a foul as that ball came in. Bunny Shaw thought she was impeded. And now Everton will work the ball and give it away. And here is Bunny Shaw in space again. And can Bunny Shaw get a shot off? She can, but this time it's gone wide and Chloe Kelly wanted the pass. You can't blame Bunny Shaw for going for the shot there, though, on a hat-trick. And you can see Chloe Kelly's frustration, and perhaps that says something about Man City. The
Substitution for City, leaving the pitch, number 14.
Force with which they still want to keep going. And now a change. One lioness for another. Esme Morgan going off after a solid shift, and Laura Coombs, who recently got back into the England Lionesses squad, coming on. Serena Wiegman, incidentally, will announce the Lionesses squad for the World Cup. Next Wednesday, the 31st of May, Laura Coombs will be hoping that she might have a chance of getting into that after recently returning into the squad for the Arnold Clark Cup. That's a nice pass for Nicolene Sorensen, who plays the ball across goal, and there's space, and it will be put home at the back post for Everton. And it will eventually be 1-0, almost placed home apologetically then. And see who actually got the final touch. It ran, and it was Lucy Hope who almost apologetically kind of side-footed that home, and that will annoy Manchester City and Gareth Taylor. A little bit of a blot on their copybook. Is there any chance for comeback? Probably not, but never say never. Man United leads Liverpool. It's Lucia Garcia who scored there. So at the moment, Man United are confirmed to finish second. They'll need 3 goals from Reading, though, in the last 8 minutes if they are to win the title. Leicester City also close to safety here as the ball is lifted over. Leicester may have secured safety. They lead Brighton 1-0. Ava Baker has scored there. And that means that even if Reading win against Chelsea, they will still, at this moment, go down on goal difference. Well, not even on goal difference. They will still, at this moment, go down. Kiara Keating will get to this one. And calmly control it after the pass through, didn't find anybody. It would be some drama now if in the final 10 minutes of the season Chelsea throw away a 2-goal lead against the relegated team. Somehow I think the odds you get on that are very, very, very long indeed. Almost as long as the, probably longer, but not by much, than the odds you get on a comeback here. Everton have pulled back a goal, Lucy Hope scoring. But 2 goals from Bunny Shaw and Lauren Hemp with a trademark cut in and strike from Lauren Hemp. And here is Bunny Shaw spinning away. Can she get a hat-trick? Bunny Shaw, she can't go around Courtney Brosnan. She wanted a bit too much time there. And once again, the frustration from Chloe Kelly. If she shot there, Bunny Shaw, she could have had a hat-trick, but you just saw at the end of that replay, Chloe Kelly react with frustration. And now here is Lauren Hemp again. And she strikes, and Courtney Brosnan holds that. Manchester City wanting to restore their 3-goal advantage. And Everton, if they can get within a goal with 7 minutes left, it might be a slightly nervy finish to the season. Man City have looked pretty comfortable though, and they come forward again. And Hemp will go down the line against Vicky Savecki. And another change looks like it's being made. Several changes in fact, with Man City and Everton. Everton bringing on one of their academy graduates. That will be Abby Clark, who's coming on. But first of all, Kirsten Kasparai coming on. And that is for Lila Wahabi, so that is a straight change at fullback.
Double substitution for Manchester City, leaving the pitch,
For
number
Kirsten
15,
Kasparai.
Lila Wahabi.
And also coming on, a 17-year-old academy graduate. Jemima Dahu is coming on for Dana Castellanos. So that's another change there. And also Hayley Raso coming on for Lauren Hemp. So
Also leaving the pitch for
that is Manchester City
number
have
11,
used all their substitutes. Jemima Dahu coming on for Dana Castellanos. Hayley Raso coming on for Lauren Hemp. And Kirsten Kaspari coming on for Laila Wahabi there. So again, just to run through all the substitutes. We'll wait just for a second, but Kirsten Kaspari, number 2, coming on for 14, Esme Morgan. Excuse me, 15, Laila Wahabi. And Hayley Raso coming on for number 11, Lauren Hemp. And then Jemima Dahu, 42, coming on for number 10, Dana Castellanos. So Man City making all of their changes there. Yeah.
And the substitutions for Everton leaving the pitch, number 25, Katja Snoys, replaced by number 39, Abby Clark.
And eventually, the changes there for Everton as well. They bring on their academy graduate, Abby Clark, for her senior debut. She replaces Katja Snoys. So and also Yoni Meyer coming on for Karen Holmgaard as well. As final day of the season sees everybody get the chance to play. And that was a strike very nearly from Everton. But this game very much now moving towards the end of the game here, and Chelsea have well and truly confirmed their titles here. There has been a third goal between Chelsea and Reading. We're waiting for the confirmation of who that was after Sam Kerr and Guro Wright had scored. So Chelsea will be WSL champions and Reading will be relegated from the WSL. Here, Manchester City, unless they do something never before seen in the football universe, they will finish third, fourth, but they will finish fourth on goal difference from Arsenal, which will mean for the first time in many seasons, in several seasons, they will miss out on UWCL qualification and drop out of the top 3 as well for the first time in many seasons. As that ball just stays in and Everton try and get through, but it's not going to get there. It's gone out to play. Kiara Keating signalling. Still West Ham 2, Tottenham 2 elsewhere. Man City 3, Everton 1 here. Leicester lead Brighton 1-0. Chelsea lead Reading 3-0. Man United lead Liverpool 1-0. And Aston Villa lead Arsenal 2-0. The shirt was tugged there of Jemima Dahu, making her senior debut. That third goal, by the way, and the one that seals Chelsea's title, was for Sam Kerr, and that was indeed a yellow card for Everton. Sure. With the ball fed through once again, and Bunny Shaw will try for a corner here, and she will win one. As the time ticks down. Can Man City, who look like they're going to finish the season with a win, send their fans home even happier? Lifted in, and Khadija Shaw will rise for this. It goes over her head though, and Everton will try and clear it, and they do so. And Abby Clark will chase this down. And then the ball through again. And another yellow card, and that one will be given. I think that is her debut, her senior debut. It is. It's Abby Clark, number 39 for Everton, her senior debut from the academy, and she picks up a yellow card. 4 minutes remaining here, and it will be 4 minutes that will likely be like waiting for the bell on the last day. Although here is Khadija Shaw, and she will go round the goalie and put it wide. As she went for the hat-trick, Khadija Shaw there, determined to finish her season with a bang. Just couldn't force that ball in from a tight angle. She would need 2 goals in the next 4 minutes to be equal WSL top scorer after Rachel Daly has scored for Aston Villa as they lead 2-0 at Arsenal. Here comes Chloe Kelly though. And Kelly will strike one from distance, which will bounce up into the hands of Courtney Brosnan. Almost a slightly apologetic effort. Brosnan. The Everton fans, though, it has to be said, have been very impressive indeed, even as their team have gone 3-1 down. Flicked on, and Everton will work the ball for Sorensen, who plays the ball through, and Hannah Bennison will try and go round Kiara Keating. The ball's still free. That's cleared away though. Kiara Keating will try and get back on her line as Abby Clark and Aurora Galley fight for the ball. Eventually it's cleared away. Everton players offside, and Nicolene Sorensen will try and chase this down, but it'll eventually be settled down by Manchester City, who have been good value for their 3-1 win today. The result probably going the right way. Manchester City have dominated in terms of possession. They've had 64% of the possession, nearly 600 passes. Everton will try and work the ball forward and get consolation perhaps here, or will we see the game peter out at the end of the season? So everything looks decided here in the WSL. Chelsea will be champions, Leicester will stay up, and Reading will be relegated. But here come Everton again, and it's driven, and that's well saved. Kiara Keating, it will break though, and driven home. And it was eventually forced home by Leonie Meyer, who's on as a substitute, gets to the ricochet. And that's good play by Abby Clark. Strike from Lucy Hope and driven home by Leonie Meyer. So 5 goals here in an eventful second half. After a first half that didn't really promise much, the second half has certainly delivered.
Goal for Everton, scored by number 21, Leona.
In the final few moments here of the WSL season, Leonie Meyer has scored her first goal of the season, and that will be one of the last actions, not just of the game, but indeed the WSL season for Manchester City and Everton. Manchester City signing off their season with a win here, winning 3-2. That means that they will finish 4th on goal difference in the WSL. Everton will see one of their highest ever finishes. They will finish 6th, comfortably ahead of Liverpool. Manchester United finishing 2nd, but Chelsea will be WSL champions here. But let's take a look at an eventful second half and the highlights here between Manchester City and Everton. So here we are, let's take a look then at the second half and the highlights. A first half that didn't really promise much. As we'll see here, a few efforts. Bunny Shaw getting close there. And then Katja Schneusch here with far more space than she expected in a first half. Controversial moment here, possible handball for Everton. VAR that might have been given, but here was the breakthrough in the second half. Bunny Shaw, Chloe Kelly, Lauren Hemp breaking through the front 3 of Manchester City. And Bunny Shaw, she's done so often, finishing beautifully. Dana Castellanos here, causing Courtney Brosnan to make a save. And then, the moment of the match here, Lauren Hemp cutting inside and lifting a great strike off the bar into the far corner to double Manchester City's advantage here. And then this was a lovely moment. Izzy Christensen leaving a WSL pitch, leaving a football pitch indeed for the final time, to a standing ovation from both sets of fans. Former Manchester City player, of course. And then Bunny Shaw finding space in the box as she does and driving home to make it 3-1, just a little drop of the shoulder. And then she had several chances to make it 4-1 here. She put it just wide, and Chloe Kelly nearly doing so. Lucy Hope here pulling one back for Manchester City, almost apologetically, and then good work from Abby Clark here. The strike from Lucy Hope, and Leonie Meyer banging home the rebound, despite the desperate efforts of Kiara Keating. But it wasn't enough to pull a comeback. And so Manchester City sign off their WSL season with a 3-2 victory on a gorgeous May day at the Academy Stadium. And that also signs off the FA player coverage for the 22-23 season of the Women's Super League. Many thanks to everyone who's watched myself and all of my colleagues covering the game throughout the season. Of course, we'll continue to do so during the next season. But for now, for the final time this season, from myself, Paul Wheeler, and everybody here involved in bringing you WSL coverage, thank you very much, and goodbye.